Good morning, it is 9:30. Out for a walk with Charlie. Here he is. Got a busy day, but we've got some stuff to do. Go to the hospital shortly for an appointment. And then, I'm not really sure to be honest. We'll do some stuff in the garden, I think. Sun's shining. And I've got to put another coat of paint on the ceiling in our bedroom. Oh, and I'll show you the what we call the single room, because you've got single beds in it. That's pretty much finished, so I'll show you that. Alright, so yeah, sun's shining, it's beautiful.
Never do this bloody thing up.
Alright, so we've just been to the hospital, and we came out there just before 12. Went to the supermarket that was still open, but we needed to go to Brico, which is like a DIY shop. Shut. Wanted to go to the motor culture place around the corner, which is like sells. Well, I need some two-stroke oil. Shut. We got a birthday card to post office. Shut. So everything's shut till 2 o'clock. So it's difficult to get things done because we've now come home. We're having a nice cheese and tomato sandwich. And then at 2 o'clock, we'll go back out again to the place that we was. So we can go and get the stuff that we need to get done. So by the time we get back, it's going to be, I don't know, probably 3:30, something like that. And then you got to start something. It's not easy, but I suppose there's worse things to worry about in the world, isn't there? So you just do what you can. So we went to the post office and got all the bits and pieces that I needed for work, and we're in Conflon and we got kind of distracted, so not much work being done, but we're walking. Have a look at this house. This is a medieval house. It's beautiful. So we're back home now, and it was nice walking around Conflon. So that just meant that we hardly got anything done here, but it's fine, not an issue. So what am I doing here? Good question, glad you asked. So bleeding the radiator 101. So for those that know, well done. But for those that don't know, it might not be immediately obvious what's got to be done and in what order it's got to be done. So I'll just run you through it all, and it's one of those things, it's easy when you know how. So just want to say thanks to Andy, AJ in France. He's taught me everything I know, which ain't a lot, but Yeah, AJ in France, brilliant channel, go take a look. Link in description. All right, so bleeding the radiator. So if we look at the radiator itself, we've got the water that comes in here through the thermostatic valve, travels through the radiator, and comes out at the bottom here. Sometimes they got the water comes out of the top, sometimes it comes out of the bottom. But what that means is, if there's air in the system, then obviously the air rises to the top of the radiator, and you'll get a gap of, you know, 2 or 3 centimetres or 1 centimetre, whatever. A little bit of air will collect at the top of the highest radiator in the house, which is this one. So what will happen is, when the hot water is running through this, you'll get a cold section of it just at the top, which is the last place you want it. So in order to get all the air out, so there's no air in the system, we need to interrupt the flow. So to do that, come down here and have a look. I'll show you. So this is the bottom valve of the radiator here, just there. So the water travels through the radiator, comes out of here, travels back into the heating system. So there's a little, obviously all valves are different, but on this one, just take off the silver cover there. Okay, and with an Allen key, we'll just screw that down, and that closes the valve, which stops the flow of water through the radiator. And because there's water at the other end trying to push its way in, it puts the radiator under slight pressure. So that's closed now. Okay, so this is at the top of the radiator here. So there's a little nut there, if you like. I don't know what you call it. So you can either fit a screwdriver in there, or the tool that is going to be used is that. So you can buy these anywhere really. It's always handy to have them about. So what we do, or what's going to happen, is that we'll undo that, which will then open this valve, which will let the air escape from this little hole here. Let's zoom that in so you can see it. Yeah, that little hole there. The air will come out of that. And we'll put the microphone there, so hopefully you'll be able to hear it. But, so we'll just put that in just to catch a little bit of water that comes out. And we'll just undo it and listen. And that's a mix of water and air. And that's just water. So there was only a tiny bit of air in that, which is good. And we've just done it back up again. You don't want it massively tight, but just tight enough. Okay, so after that's been done and the air's come out of the system, we'll just use the Allen key again, just to open the valve, which will let which will let the water flow through the system and heat the radiator when the heating's on. Just pop the cap back on. Just hand tight. Job's a good one. Okay, so I hope that wasn't too blindingly obvious for everyone that that's how you do it, but even if it helps one person, it's worth boring everybody else with it. All right, so this is the almost completed single room. It's got the single beds in it. I'll just turn you around. Okay, we have a rack of many shoes. That's a new radiator there, where Andy and I moved it from that wall to that wall. And 2 single beds, window, and oh, is this a window? We know it's a window. Yeah, just painted really. And those old new handles on the doors, on the door. Yeah, pretty bog standard room really. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching again. It's much appreciated. Bit of a sneak peek of the bedroom here. Don't look in the mirror. Don't tell Jane you've seen that because she wants to do all the room properly before we show you. So, mum's the word. So if you'd like to give the video a thumbs up, that'd be great. Press the notification bell so that you know when there's new content. Maybe share it on your socials. Maybe think about subscribing if you're not subscribed already. That'd be good. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, press the subscribe button. It's just underneath. It'll be there somewhere, I don't know. And it's free. So why not? So all that leaves to say is mine, there you go. And I'll see you real soon.